हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल फार्माप्लेनेट। आज इस वीडियो में हम डिस्कस करेंगे मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चन ऑन फैक्टोरियल डिजाइन एंड एनोवा इन द सब्जेक्ट बायोस्टैटिस्टिक्स एंड रिसर्च मेथोडोलॉजी। क्वेश्चन 1, टू फैक्टर आर said to interact when option A, the simple main effect of one factor are not homogeneous across all level of other. Option B, the simple main effect of one factor are homogeneous across the level of the other. Option C, there are neither main effect nor simple main effect. Option D, there are no main effect. यहाँ पे सही आंसर है आंसर ए, the simple main effect of one factor are not homogeneous across all level of the others. Second question, how many dependent variable does a two-way ANOVA have? Option A 1, option B 2, option C 3, option D 4. The correct answer for this question is option A 1. Question 3, a simple experimental design with two level of an independent variable cannot, option A, detect a curvilinear relationship between variable, option B, detect a monotonic relationship, option C, reveal a positive relationship, option D, shows a negative relationship outcome. The correct answer, सही आंसर है option A, it detect a curvilinear relationship between variable. Next question, in a factorial design a main effect is the blank. Option A, the combined effect of the independent variable on the dependent variable. Option B, interaction effect of the independent variable and their effect on the dependent. Option C, the effect of each independent variable on the dependent variable. Option D, interaction of the independent variable. यहाँ पे सही आंसर है ऑप्शन सी, दैट इज द इफेक्ट ऑफ ईच इंडिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल ऑन द डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल. During experimental design, a variable is defined as option A, treatment, option B, factor, option C, variance, and option D, none of these. The correct answer for this question is B, factor. The next question, students t-test is applicable only when option A, n is less than or equal to 30 and sigma is known. Option B, n is greater than 30 and sigma is unknown. Option C, n is equals to 30 and sigma is known, and option D, all of this. The correct answer for this question is A, n is less than 30 and sigma is n is less than or equal to 30 and sigma is known. Next question, a result is called statistically significant whenever option A, the null hypothesis is true, option B, the alternative hypothesis is true, option C, the p value is less or equal to the significance level, and option D, the p value is larger than the significance level. यहाँ पे सही आंसर है that is option C, the p value is less or equal to the significance level. Next question, a two-tailed test is one where option A, result in only one direction can lead to rejection of the null hypothesis. Option B, negative sample means lead to rejection of the null hypothesis. Option C, results in either of two directions can lead to rejection of the null hypothesis. Option D, no results lead to rejection of the null hypothesis. यहाँ पे सही आंसर है that is the C, result in either of two direction can lead to rejection of the null hypothesis. The next question, the chi-square test can be too sensitive if the sample is option A, very small, option B, very large, option C, homogeneous, option D, predictable. The correct answer for this question, that is option B, that is the very large. The next question, what must you include when reporting an ANOVA? Option A, standard deviation, degree of freedom, means, F statistics, and p value. Option B, standard deviation, means, F statistics, and p value. Option C, standard deviation, degree of freedom, means, and F statistic. And option D, degree of freedom, F statistics, and p value. The correct answer for this question is option A, that is the standard deviation, degree of freedom, means, F statistic, and p value. Next question, as variability due to chance decreases, the value of f will option A, increase, option B, stay the same, option C, decrease, option D, can't tell from the given information. The correct answer for this, that is A, increase. Question 12. When conducting an ANOVA, the F value calculated from the data will always fall within what range? Option A, between negative infinity and infinity. Option B, between 0 and 1. Option C, between 0 and infinity. Option D, between 1 and infinity. The correct answer for this question is answer C, that is between 0 and infinity. You have carried out a Kruskal-Wallis test. There are significant decrease between the three groups you are testing. How might you conduct your pair-wise comparison? Option A, use the Mann-Whitney test. Option B, use the Wilcoxon test. Option C, use a t-test. And option D, none of the above. यहाँ पे सही आंसर है, that is option A, use the Mann-Whitney test. In factorial design, the number of times a condition is noted is called option A, randomization, option B, factorization, option C, replication, and option D, none of these. The correct answer for this question is option C, that is replication. Next question. A factorial design is one in option A, only one independent variable is studied to determine its effect on the dependent variable. Option B, only two independent variables are simultaneously studied to determine their independent and interactive effect on the dependent variable. Option C, two or more independent variables are simultaneously studied to determine their independent and interactive effect on the dependent variable. And option D, two dependent variables are studied to determine their interactive effect. यहाँ पे सही आंसर है, that is C, that means two or more independent variables are simultaneously studied to determine their independent and interactive effect on the dependent variable. Next question. What is the purpose of a simple linear regression? Option A, to predict score on a dependent variable from score on a single independent variable. Option B, to predict scores on an independent variable from scores on a single dependent variable. Option C, to predict scores on an independent variable from scores on multiple dependent variable. Option D, to predict score on a dependent variable from scores on a multiple independent variable. Correct answer for this question, that is answer A, to predict score on a dependent variable from score on a single independent variable. The next question. An unbiased dice is rolled once. The probability of getting a number greater than 4 is option A 1 by 4, option B 1 by 6, option C 1 by 2, and option D 1 by 3. The correct answer for this question, that is D, that means 1 by 3. Next question. In hypothesis testing, a type 2 error occurs when option A, the null hypothesis is not rejected when the null hypothesis is true. Option B, the null hypothesis is rejected when the null hypothesis is true. Option C, the null hypothesis is not rejected when the alternative hypothesis is true. And option D, that is the null hypothesis is rejected when the alternative hypothesis is true. यहाँ पे सही आंसर है, that is C, that means the null hypothesis is not rejected when the alternative hypothesis is true. The next question. Students' T statistic is applicable in case of option A, equal number of sample, option B, unequal number of sample, option C, small sample, and option D, all of the above. यहाँ पे correct answer है, that is option D, all of the above. In factorial design, the response produced when the treatment of one factor interact with the treatments of another in influencing the response variable is known as option A, the main effect, option B, interaction, option C, replication, and option D, none of these. The correct answer for this question, that is option B, that means interaction. The standard error of regression is option A, the square root of the variance of the error term, option B, an estimate of the square root of the variance of the error term, option C, the square root of the variance of the dependent variable, option D, the square root of the variance of the prediction of the dependent variable. यहाँ पे सही आंसर है, correct answer, that is D, that means the square root of the variance of the prediction of the dependent variable. The next question. What is the purpose of a multiple regression? Option A, to predict score on a dependent variable from score on a single independent variable. Option B, to predict score on an independent variable from the score on a single dependent variable. Option C, to predict score on an independent variable from the score on multiple dependent variable. And option D, to predict score on a dependent variable from score on a multiple independent variable. यहाँ पे करेक्ट आंसर है दैट इज द सी, टू प्रेडिक्ट स्कोर एन independent variable from the score on a multiple dependent variable. Next question. A blank chart can be used to identify the most frequently occurring defect. Option A, Pareto. Option B, Ishikawa. Option C, histogram. And option D, scatter. The correct answer for this question, that is A, Pareto. The next question. A null hypothesis is rejected if the value of a test statistic lies in the option A, rejection region, option B, acceptance region, option C, both A and B, and option D, neither A nor B. The correct answer for this question, that is option A, that means rejection region. What do ANOVA calculate? Option A, Z score, option B, F ratio, option C, chi-square, option D, t-scores. The correct answer for this question, that is B, F ratio. Next question. In ANOVA, a factor is defined as the option A, dependent variable, option B, independent variable, option C, both A and B, and option D, none of these. The correct answer for this question, that is option A, dependent variable. Last question. Smaller p value indicate more evidence in support of option A, the null hypothesis, option B, the alternative hypothesis, option C, the quality of the researcher, and option D, further testing. The correct answer for this, that is option B, that means the alternative hypothesis. So over here in this video we discuss about the MCQ of Factorial Design and ANOVA. Please like this video. Thank you for watching this video.